Gundam finds a massive sack of apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, baby. Maybe he's a good apple after all. That's my boy. That's my guy. Good day, good people. We're finding the year of the Resolve Toon Dave, Bravo Dave, Anomaly, the Namakaris. Few know me as the man who's about to turn on the lights. Bam. To most of the United States, it is Friday. It is Friday. We can yee-haw as we start the time for the... It's not a championship episode, unless it turns out to be. For right now, it's just a... Yeah, regular episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. It could be for the tag team championships because you know, that wheel is starting to get a little bit bigger. Starting to get a little bit bigger. I'll tell you what. That being said, are you ready? It is an exciting time. It is Ticket to Paradise weekend this Saturday. Tonight will be one last Inferno, and it will be the last Inferno in 2K23. Wednesday is moving to 2K24 after Ticket to Paradise. Is going to be an exciting time. I'm sure it's going to be a glitchy time, but we're going to have a good time watching it, you and I, because I don't have to be involved. That being said, today, we're celebrating not the good apples, but we're celebrating our bad apples. Yeah, we got a bad apple episode. And in celebration of that, there's a new item. A bag of apples, a sack of apples. And who knows what those apples could do? I'm intrigued to find out. That being said, let's get into the episode and let's get everybody who's got a bad apple, either a bad apple team of two, or it's like one person and then the other person's such a bad apple that we had to at least include them in this episode. For starters, we have I Hate That Hedgehog. I mean, it's a couple bad apples. I've ever seen a couple bad apples. We have Praise and Aru, Angie and Pandreo, Mage Against the Machine, Himiko, and Fischl just kind of wants to be a bad apple. She was going to shoot me in the ankles if I didn't put her in this game. Damnation has Monodam and Queen, yep. Kid Rock has Monokid, and Leon. Leon. He's French now. Hamtaro has Monotaro and Hifumi. Where there's smoke, there's Nagito, and there's Mishima. Cut above the rest, we have Munakata and Amame, who, and you know, it's not all just like bad apples, like these people are bad, but it's also, you know, you've done things of maybe potentially questionable morality. It is what it is. Just Monica, no questions here. Monica and Monica. Poor Unfortunate Souls, Juzo and Tengen 2. Sweet Izio and the Raiden Shogun, anything for her. Mukuro and Desuhiko. Ghost Zone has Cory and Vivia, what I go to school for, has Chisa and Kawakami. The Ghostbusters are our champion Gonta with Kokichi. Gamble pays off with Celeste and Yelan. So the story goes with So and Toko. Small Companions has Gundam and Paimon. We have the Pimps Mafia, Fuyuko and Peko. I mean, you know, the Mafia has done some wild things. Not Saturday V's Mafia. He's alright. Get Motivated, Azuru, and now Sick Wheels, Mondo, and Mizuki XL. Straight to the point, Genocide Jack and Kyutaro. More than meets the eye, Sakura. Less for Sakura, even though she was a traitor. More for Akechi. Music Theory has Kaede and Hazel. Laser Focus has Tinko and Natsumi. Don't Hat the Player has Hiro, and Shiki Beneath the Mask has Totaro and Gin. Fast Food Fight has Maki and Teto. Large and in Charge has Big Junko and Boss. Dinner Time has Karumi, Fubuki. Change of Heart has Samugi and Sayaka. Mommy Mayhem has Hiroko and Kafka. Hot Docs. Less for Taichi, definitely for Dottore. Yep, that's him. Yep, that is a bad apple. Marketing team has Mew and Monosuke, Devotees Mikan and Camilla, Twin Tails Junko and Nagisa, Unhinged Haiji Sato, Kaimiya River, Kai and Hina, and Full Course Meal has Ruka and Kanji Ann. Excellent. I don't know if I have an episode. I have an episode ready for you very clearly. I don't know if I have a question for you this episode, but before we get into all of that, maybe I do want to. Should I ask first and then spin the wheel, or should I spin the wheel and then ask? Let's not waste a whole bunch of time because it's going to be a busy weekend. Let's go and just spin the wheel first, shall we? I think we must, because you know our champions are here, and we might see one extra person added to this matchup. Angie and Pandreo could get their partner. could get Barbara in play too. As the Agent of Chaos wheel grows larger, it is chaos reigning, order remaining. One of two things will happen, and we're about to find out which of those two things happen right now, so if you would please, spin the wheel. Round and round it goes. Will it stop on chaos? No! Just barely. It's one of those things where if it were next time, I think that range would be just enough, and I'd be like, well, the championships are on the line. Oh man, I was ready for it actually. I was like, oh well, that looks like it might be it. This close. That's the closest we've had this wheel, I think, for our new era of the spinning of the wheel. That being said, I guess that means we can vibe this episode. Hey, in which case, which team of two here do you think is cumulatively the most bad apple team? Let me know that. I'll give you my picks and first, second, third. Last time I asked you guys, you'll love to hear it. What did I ask you guys last time? That's a question. You told me. It was the hair snare episode, which means I asked you guys about hair dye. And we had some fun answers. And let me also, there we go, so I can see all of them. We have a hairy situation by opening, and I haven't dyed my hair. Would make it red and green just for Christmas, and then light pink, light blue, light green, and light red for fun. And I was gonna say that's a nice color. That's a nice combination. Dyed hair, no, says Matthew, and then 07's for Peter and Peter Jr. But let me tell you, Peter Jr. the second, he's still hanging around here. Everybody say hi to my boy. That's my lad right there. Sonic Gaming. Oh, well, this is awkward. 5-minute Nord tradition with mommy. Let me see. Favorite color, red. Never dyed my hair, rather keep things the same. The more, well, you know what they say. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Kuzu said, asked the question, never dyed my hair, and I don't plan to. I'm just not really interested in dyeing my hair. But favorite dyed hair character has to be Alice. He does have a fun color combination. He's in the, no, he's not. Is he in this episode? I don't think he is. Huh? I think when I was setting this up, I was like, you know what, Allison, you ain't that bad, actually. Jags fan, no, never dye my hair because my parents would kill me. Fair enough. But you would do it like Neo, which is a fun little color combination. Kotoko and the Hunger Games adventures. I do look pretty sweet. In fact, you might look too sweet, Kotoko. Let me see. Kokichi said, to be honest, the rainbow hair colors do not help cheer me up. Rest in peace. Cherry Berry with the yes, and I plan to do it again. I once tried pink and it did not work. With all capitals on the knot. Tried purple, turned out okay. Finally sticking to red. I plan to do it again soon. Red's a fun color. Lady Psychic, never did my hair. Never dyed my hair, rather, and have no desire to. I feel like it is one of those things where some people are like, yeah, I love it. Or, yeah, it's not my thing. I don't know if there's too many people that are just like in the middle. Cat, who, technically a YouTuber as of watching this episode, where I've been, there's heat too, let me tell you, it's bad. And I once had a head injury that required peroxide to be applied on it regularly, which would bleach part of your hair orange for some reason, which is interesting. Ideal hair job, however. Obsessed with the black and white hair streaks, salt and pepper hair, which is nice. I do like that. Following that logic, I think Ibuki has the best hair. And lastly, in terms of the questions, I think Dragon Force R did dye it once back in 5th grade. Dyed it gray for a part of Halloween. It was going as your favorite quarterback, Brett Favre, and one of my mom's favorite football players of all time, which is neat. That's pretty neat. When I have my own volition, I flip-flop between yes and no. I might do a blue or a green. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like that's an interesting question, because I think that's one of those, like, not like a divisive question, like, oh, yes, hair dye is the greatest thing I must. It's such a fun show of expression. Or like, you know, I kind of just like my hair and how it's vibing. I thought it was a neat question. I looked like I learned a lot about you guys, actually, which I always like to do. As for today, man, I don't know. Usually these conversations kind of spawn from conversation I have talking to my friends during wrestling. But they were literally both out of town and out of the country. So, I was kind of just chilling watching wrestling. Did I think about anything to myself? Nah, you know what? Well, we'll keep a wrestling theme then for today, since this weekend is Ticket to Paradise. We had a Ticket to Paradise question before about vacations. Have I asked about the beach? Have I talked about me just not really liking the beach? I don't know if I have, but I feel like I have, so I'm gonna skip that. In terms of question of the day, tell me... What, if you could choose any method of air travel, what would you choose? I'm talking, or you know, even like air activities. So you know, like helicopter ride, just casual plane, hot air balloon, skydiving, parasailing, any of those things. Let me know. Give me your favorite, and then also, I'm sure this is also gonna spawn a couple of other people like absolutely not terrified of heights, which. See, that's one of those things where I'm like, some people are like, yeah, that sounds like neat. And then other people are like, no, I don't think I'd like to do that. But also, like, some things are like calm. Like, a hot air balloon would be pretty calm. I kind of want to do a hot air balloon. I would do that. I think that would be my pick. That would be my pick. Anyway, I think we're ready to start this one. Let's get into it. Let's kick it off. There's no chaos reigning, but there is. Potentially plenty of apples to be had. Let's see how this plays out. Shall we? I believe we shall. Start round one, and as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horns they sound, and as they sound, they are sounding the horns, so. Do it! Hit it! Sound the horns! Bash my finger against the keyboard. I'm, very glad that, oh, I kinda did, do something here. There we go. I think I hit one of the F keys. Here. Proceed. Actually, let me split the recording. Perfecto. As Izuru uses a mysterious gas to knock the hero and fish loud death calls on the both of them, Raiden creates marketable plushies of Monosuke without his permission. Monosuke is so mad, but before they have a chance to react, the plushies sell like hotcakes. They're both rich. Keep that in mind, or rather keep in mind that I see somebody is dead, so you know what that means. You know what that means, someone's, and you know, we'll see how many people enter the Retribution Rumble today. We're a little behind on tag teams, so we might let a couple more than just 3 sweep on through if they get it. Vivia mopes around uselessly. Fubuki finds a seemingly official decree from a powerful Archon. Will she dare to hang it up? Paimon finding this early is kind of wild, actually. Paimon finds other scraps. Toko finds a bike. Cue the bike theme. Sure we can briefly, but... It don't last for too long because I see 2 things happening back to back here. I see Queen trying to kill Kawakami, but Kawakami said, I'm the GOAT. So if you come at me and you miss, you're about to get got. But that does earn Queen a spot in the Retribution Rumble, but it ain't just her because one of them lower, Sato, also says, I won't be dying, but I will be declaring my entrance into the Retribution Rumble match. Queen and Sato, and I should probably write their names down now that I think about it, just on the off chance that we get some more. If I can find a pen. That seems to be the struggle nowadays. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Yo, how do I always lose the pen? It's always like usually right where I expect it to be, and then it's not. Well, looks like I'm using this this marker. All right, that's Queen. And you know what? This actually isn't that bad. Even though it's like a fat expo marker, it's not that bad. I expected it to be way worse, but it's actually very legible, and I'm able to write pretty neatly on it. And Sato. Yeah, no, that worked out just fine. I need to maybe get some more pins. Or find the other box. I have like a box that still has, oh, it's right here. I don't know if you guys remember my laptop falling over, but it fell over and pushed these pins basically out of sight. Look at this purple one. That's the purple pin. That's the pin behind the slaughter. Chisa and Kawakami's fingers touch by accident. Mew hits on Monosuke, but Monosuke finds it suspicious. Nagisa is thinking of plans to get out of here. Monodam spots something shiny in the distance. Akechi hits Nagito before Mishima can react. Nagito dies in his arms. Mishima. This affects him so. Pekko's got a table. Monokuma puts a duck collar on Big Junko while she's asleep. Yelan's determined to survive this. Kurumi is looking for an easy out. Tsumugi's looking for only looking out for herself. Mondo really doesn't want to. Nobody wants to do this, actually. Who would want to do that? Finds himself having to get rid of Kawakami. Gunta does his best to avoid Kokichi. He was like, I have a championship, and I know that you you like to hold them. Kaede is being adorable as always. Gundam finds a massive sack of apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, baby. Maybe he's a good apple after all. That's my boy. That's my guy. Archon Secret Turtle and Kai grab a Dendro Vision. Angie's got a fishing rod. Monosuke finds my climate change remote. Tinko finds a sword, shiny and sharp, a rather nice spine. Kanji finds some moon shoes. We're not liable for any broken ankles. Pandreo has a boombox, time to play some sick beats. Corey challenges Maki to a duel. That was dumb. Corey, why would you do that? Jotaro accepts the shadow as Jotaro gains a power persona. Amame snaps, now frenzied. Izuoi somehow finds a Tsunobu's armor, puts it on. Eggman tries to kill Izuoi, but the knight's armor diverts the blow, so picks over the Gulang in various places. Ruka gets others to notice her. Mishima sits there with a blank stare. Leon has a dimensional sight. Natsumi's found a table, now starts sobbing uncontrollably. Izuoi sneaks up on Heizo. And I'll tell you what, he knew that he was falling for ages, counterattacks and takes out Izuoi, our boy. Munakata finds a dapper suit, and he puts it on top of his other dapper suit. Juzo gets cocky and dies from a stupid mistake. Desiku eats something he shouldn't have and dies from horrible stomach pains. Poor guy. Kafka has a horrible feeling in her chest. Mizuki XL follows some sparkles and discovers the magic wand. Genocide Jack gets my soundboard. Fuyuko gets a skateboard. Heidi switches uncontrollably. Taichi is like, I'm brilliant! Big Junko's had enough and she's now enraged. Mikon also searches for someone who could get this collar off of her. Himiko wishes she could go home. Teto ambushes Pandreo, gets rid of him. Mukuro finds the Yeet Ball and everyone has fun with it as Monica steals it. Sakura gets an Animo Vision. Hiro steals the Yeet Ball. Gin steals the Yeet Ball. Are you kidding? Camilla just found a flamethrower as Junko steals the Yeet Ball. Kokichi steals the Yeet Ball. And Sayaka tried to kill the Raiden Shogun, but the Raiden Shogun tries to bribe her. Sayaka takes the money and kills the Raiden Shogun anyway. Goodness gracious. Monotaro fails to grasp the gravity situation. Boss steals Kokichi Yeet Ball, runs off with it. Boss is now in charge of Yeet Ball. Monica ambush Jotaro. Fischl uses mysterious gas to knock out Gundam, and now, in order to put death collars on them, former tag team partner in Gundam, actually. Monica hits the way the comments have been treating him and turns heel. Shiki creates a marker blushes of Gonta, which I think would sell like hotcakes. They're both rich. Celeste draws a demon circle on the ground, a demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun. You know, Kyutaro sizes his muscles. Hina finds Thursday V's left shoe. Huh? Dotori tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome! Dotori with a tank, that's terrifying. Hifumi walks into a very strange machine, presses a button, his molecules get all rearranged, he gets ghost powers. We were so close to having just 69 remaining, but that is not the case. Instead, we lost 10, and 68 remain after this Claire de Lune 4. Queen, Nagito, Kawakami, Corey, Izuoi, Juzo, Desahiko, Pandreo, Raiden, Jotaro. Well, these are dark days, aren't they? Hey, but the days aren't the darkest because it's summertime, so the days are actually brighter longer, so, you know, that's how it goes. That is kind of how it goes. I guess it's summertime only for the northern hemisphere. I'm sorry to those in the summer. You know what? I'm actually jealous of those in the summer, southern hemisphere, because I'm a big winter fan. Big winter stan as we go to the next round, and we see at the top, Boss steals Dotori's tank while he's asleep. Gonta finds his all below is concerned. Tenko artfully cleaves Sayaka and Tsumugi, all the blue hairs in just one sweep. Goodness gracious. Hifumi, possessing Kurumi, walks straight off of a cliff. Gin looks around for steps to ground. Monokid whispers in Leon's ear saying, "You mean nothing to me." Slams to the ground, walks off alone. Chisa declares her entrance into the Retribution Rumble. Yep, I'll allow it. Hey Chisa, I heard you wanted some music playing for you. It is The Retribution Rumble picking up another Soul Chisa. Says, get me in there, Chief. It's my time to shine. Dum, 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 dum. I really love the Retribution Rumble music. I really do that. Once again, I think I'm very surprised that it's not already someone's entrance music, but I digress. Why did I still use this? I pulled out a pin. Why did I still use this? Oh man. Angie finds this lovely bikini and puts it on top of her lovely bikini. Vivia thinks of a dark poem. Big Junko plucks a tree out of the ground. Taichi tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. He couldn't do it like Dotori did. Mew wonders if she should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Kyutaro puts a death guard on Mizuki XL while she's asleep. Sato finds the bike music. Or rather, she finds the bike. I'll cue the music for it, though. As Kanji gets a bowling ball. Akechi found a table. Maki tries to kill Mizuki extra large. She retaliates and kills her instead. Haiji finds a belt of Pokeballs. So is looking for someone dumb enough to believe him. Monodam also finds some apples. Oh, delicious. Mizuki extra large challenges Dotori. And Eggman to anything goes pancake about that competition. Let me actually, where did my pin go? Oh, it's right here. I was gonna scream. He murders the both of them, and Eggman, you're in this match. It's gonna happen eventually. Cause now it's getting like a big match. It might be the largest World Pancake Championship match of all time. That being said, Kaide gets an Electrovision. Azuru sets down a trap. Nagisa builds a rocket who's gonna take a trip in his favorite rocket ship. Hiroko has some scissors, Genocide Jack scissors. Ruka tries to creep on Sakura, creates a gust of air beneath her, and escapes. Gundam wakes up from a good night's sleep to see Hifumi eating every last apple in his bag. Hifumi! Why? Junko finds some other scraps. Heizo gets caught in one of Azuru's traps, hopes to be freed. Leon finds a neon open sign. Toko gains the power of Persona. Kai uses the power of Dendro, making the leaves green outside of their camp with Hina. Delightful. That being said, this is not so delightful. Majority vote, please. Now, Gundam official hero. Big Junko and Mikan are all forced to play the majority game. Hero. Received the most votes, but you don't vote out the Mafia. We got all the keys, in the words of Saturday V. And it was true because he is the key master. Everyone suffered a gruesome demise. Most excellent. Alright. They're all dead. Peko sets up her table for grabbing Monotaro in a headlock, suplexes Monotaro through the table. Munakana also finds my climate change remote. Himiko finds some moon shoes! Moon shoes! Mashima snaps out of it. Ruka seems unshaken by any of this. Monosuke has found a table. Yelan is determined to survive this. Teto can't handle the stress after losing a teammate and becomes more cowardly. Armed with her flamethrower, Camilla incinerates Akechi to a crisp. Fuyiko knocks Ruka out in a fistfight, puts a death collar on her. Mukuro murders Peko in front of Fuyiko. Oh, that man's, he's not gonna be okay. Celeste gets a demon from her summoning circle. Shiki remembers Hiro, sobs quietly. Hina's starving as usual and sniffs out a single waffle. You fiend. Kafka found a fishing rod. She can catch all the fish. Camilla and sets Natsumi's table on fire, then Big Sis slams Natsumi through said flaming table. Goodness gracious. Eggman and Monokuma reminisce over their title victory at the head of the season. Paimon is wearing leather scraps inside to behold. In a fit of frenzy, Amami creeps up on Celeste, slaughters her Kokichi. Somehow finds a suit of evil armor. Genocide Jack presses a button on my soundboard and plays the secret achievement music. Indeed you did. Fubuki's got a boombox as well. Monica hums a song to herself. Something inside of Monokuma snaps. He's now a frenzied bear. Archon Secret and Monica grant them a pyro vision. Tengen tries to kill Kokichi, but the knife's armor diverts the blow, and that brings us down to 51 as Mondo picks up with his Ninku lying in various places he does. Shall we? We lost, I think, 17 this round, which is a little bit nuts. But the beat goes on, the show goes on, and this is a Clear Day Loon 4. Sayaka, the Moogster, Karumi, Maki, Mizuki Extra Large, Dottore. Now, Gundam, Official, Hero, Big Junko, Mikan, Monotaro, Akechi, Peko, Natsumi, Celeste. Okay, there we go. I was kind of, I started to vibe to Clear Day Lune for a second. I think sometimes you just forget that it's actually a pretty good classical song. And you're just like, LOL, Kaede. So in that moment, I was like, oh, this is actually a really nice classical song instead of LOL, Kaede. Who was not dead, I don't think. So let's continue to see if she does in the next round. At the start, Izuru punched a tree, nearly broke his own wrist, but found another yeet ball. Oh boy. Kokichi, he's ready to cleave some invaders in his knight's armor. Taichi tries to build a machine that may revive Dottore. It doesn't do a thing, but it sure looks cool. Gin finds a skateboard. Boss finds a 1-up mushroom. Uh-oh. Haiji sends out a Pokeball Outcomes Chimchar, who helps Haiji start a fire. Kanji jumps and stomps on So, Chisa, and Genocide Jack in those moon shoes. Junko finds an axe, upping her chance of survival somewhat. Mishima feels sorry for Hazel, frees him from the trap. Mondo steals Izuru's yeet ball, runs off with it. Kai summons massive vines around Hiroko, bleeding her dry. Munakata is on the verge of snapping. Hifumi shoots a blast of energy from his hands at Fuiko. He's able to dodge and escape. Amame looking for her next victim. Himiko jumps higher than the tree lines and sticks the landing. Yelan finds a heaping stack of pancakes that'll last for the whole game. Sato and Toko races to who the best biker is. Sato absolutely dominates. Teto feels defeated after losing a teammate. They feel lonely. Teto has let him in. But, you know, that's not a thing that he'd really do anymore. I mean, you know, he's just chill now. Leon slices a scythe opening a dimensional rift before Sparta-style kicking Sakura into the despair dimension. Never thought he'd win that fight. Hina throws a waffle at Munakata, but it misses him. Munakata then runs away. Tengen steals Yeet Ball. How did Yelan come out of this? That's crazy. Tengen's got the Yeet Ball. Camilla accepts her shadow as the Camilla and gains a power persona. Yes. Hazo's been hot on Monika's trail. He thinks he's gotten away, but Hazo says, I'm gonna punch you with wind. Monika can't wait to kill again. Toko summons her persona, uses Bufu trapping Vivia's feet in ice. Monika and Kaede unleash the power of their visions at the same time. Unfortunately, Camilla was caught in between Pyro and Electro attacks and is overloaded, causing her to explode. Tinko swooshes the air with her sword. Eggman lays a title bolt on the ground, grabs Yelan in a headlock, drives her skull into the hard metal, killing her. Rest in peace. Shiki is being adorable as always. Angie cast her around the river and pulled out a tank. Oh my gosh. Monosuke sets up her stable before grabbing Eggman by the throat. Monosuke then chokeslams the big egg through a table. This is where a tables match. He might be one step closer to being tables champion. Fuiko sobs quietly. Sakura is being mauled by the roaming demons, and she does perish because of it. Nagito is dead. Mukuro is ready for target practice. Luckily, she finds a handgun lying about. Oh, delightful. Fubuki hangs up a notice from the almighty Shogun herself. The Vision Hunt decree has commenced. You know, I don't think anyone's gonna get a chance to use the apples. Vivi and Monosuke decide not to take sides. They don't think this will last longer than a day anyhow. Gonta has no vision, gets a samurai sword. Paimon gets an animal vision. Kaede gets a geo vision. Nagisa attempts to capture Monika, but unfortunately for Nagisa, Monika's able to scorch him before he has a chance to do any real damage. Monodam gets a hydro vision. Kafka gets cryo. Ruruka and Mishima are like, no sides, we're just gonna outlast this. Monokuma frantically thinks about joining both sides. Seems like he just wants violence. Based. Kyutaro has no vision, gets a Pyro 1, and Mew picks up a sword in the name of the almighty Shogun herself, and that drops us down another 10. However, I feel like it's gonna start increasing tremendously now that all of these visions and swords are in place. So after this Clear Day Lune 4. So, Chisa, Jack, Hiroko, Monokid, Camilla, Yelan, Eggman, Sakura, Nagisa. I mean, shall we see? I think we shall. So we shall see, says the sea shall. She shalls, we shall, by the me-shore. We'll go to the next round. Let's click next round and see what happens. We still have some more Vision Hunt Decree things happening. Haiji has no vision, gets an animal vision. Gonta puts up wanted posters. Tinko gets a hydro vision. Azura gets Geo. Fubuki and Kanji are just like, no thank you. Ruka gets tactical combat gear. Hina gets a cryo vision. Mishima's cooking Vegeta's idea. Mukuro picks up a samurai sword. Toka and Kokichi are like, no, we don't want visions, no thank you. Kafka and Monika unleash the power of their visions. Azuru's caught between cryo and pyro and is melted away. Hifumi gets a hydro vision, Shiki gets an animal vision, Angie gets pyro, Sato gets cryo, Junko gets, oh no. I was gonna say Junko gets a samurai sword, but Monosuke presses repeatedly on the arena climate change remote. It doesn't respond. Sparks fly from the remote as it malfunctions. Oh no. This has only happened once in history, and it was bad. Well, let's see how it goes. Tengen and Taichi decide not to take sides. Gen has no vision. Gen is a Geovision now. This is the calm before the storm. Hydro Vision to Heizo. Paimon trips and falls flat on her face. Himiko gets a Pyro Vision. Kaede shakes Tengen's hand, but it was a prank. Kaede lightly shocks Tengen, leaving him dazed. Amame frantically thinks about joining both sides. Monokuma creates markable plushies of Hifumi. I didn't think that was gonna work, but apparently it does. Monodan puts out a golden apple, force feeds it to the corpse of Azuru, who miraculously sits up. Wait a minute, the golden apple! That's the lowest chance! That's the lowest chance thing to happen! Yeah, that's my boy! Go on, you Monodam! Kanji and Angie hide out in a cave from the extreme weather, but massive earthquakes cause the caves to collapse. Oh, here it goes. Oh, here it goes. Boss has no vision, gets a cryovision. Leon gets a samurai sword. Yeah, it's starting, you guys. It's malfunction time. This episode not gonna last for too much longer. Teto and Kai decide not to take sides. Vivia's still caught in the trap. Tengen comes back to his senses. Kitaro sees Vivia caught in the trap. Instead of freeing him, sets Vivia and the trap on fire. Mew tries to kill Ruka, but Ruka's combat gear diverts the blow. Monica sets the force ablaze, catching Haiji, Kafka, and Ruka in the flames. Monica has been granted a Hydro Vision. Kai, Monosuke, Shiki, Taichi, Kokichi, and Ifumi are all swept away by a flash flood, but a sudden change in temperature freezes it in mere moments. The tributes are frozen alive, aside from Monosuke, who miraculously survived to tell the tale. Munakata gets an Animo Vision. Mondo finds a grenade, and Fuiko and Mondo said, we're not taking sides because this arena's about to combust, essentially. So now I'm afraid of what's gonna happen to these final 30 tributes, aren't you? It's a clearly loon for Azuru, Kanji, Angie, Vivia, Haiji, Kafka, Ruka, Kai, Shiki, Taichi, Kokichi, Hifumi. Who did this again? Was it Monosuke? No, yeah, was it Monosuke? I think Monosuke might have done this. Push the buttons a whole bunch of times? He did. Monosuke did it, and then also miraculously survived. Look, this is Monosuke's game to lose. It's his game to lose. I think the RNG gods just blessed him. Don't waste it, Monosuke. That's the next round. I'm afraid of how this is gonna play out. Let's click next round and see. Yeah, that's why I'm afraid. He did not survive this time. Oh, this is not going to, this is not gonna go well, is it? It's the start of round 5, as Sato summons a massive spear of ice, impaling Teto. Himiko finds a waffle. Really? Azuru summons stones around Tengen's feet and is now trapped, and now here's where things still continue to get crazy. A dense fog covers the ground, producing rare ground lightning. Kyutaro, Gen, Hina, Monosuke, Mew, and Monodam are all electrocuted. Monokuma says, you know what? Everything is falling apart out here, so I think I'm gonna say that I'm gonna take my entrant and head to the Retribution Rumble. You know, just in case. And you know what, Monokuma? I don't blame you. You're in. Monokuma Tag Team Champion says, I want to fight in the Rumble myself. Hey, you know what? Good on you, Monokuma. That being said, I'm still terrified and frightened of the things that are happening right now. So, let's proceed, I suppose. Leon runs from a fire tornado but is not fast enough. The resulting flames also burn Sato, Izuru, Munakata, Toko, and Heizo alive. Mukuro aims her handgun in the distance. Tengen was struggling in the trap, cut himself pretty badly. He's bleeding out. Monica uses the power of Hydro to light Monica's campfire, giving them both warmth for the night. Junko's ready to use her axe if she has to. Kaede summons a shock so powerful it fries boss alive. Monica, pardon me, uses Hydro to playfully splash Monica, who's not amused. He was like, I got our fire going, and Monica's like, here, take some water. That sounds very Monica, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. Mondo juggles with that grenade, kind of wanting to use it. Mishima's got a dimensional size. Amami puts a death collar on Junko while she's asleep. It started when an alien device had winded. She traded in her clock for an Omnitrix watch instead. Paimon uses a gust of wind to blast Mondo right off of a cliff. Fuiko snaps out of it. Tenko entraps Junko and Tengen in a bubble of water until they both drown, and a mischief of rats run up to Gonta, who lovingly embrace him. There are just 13 people left. We lost, I believe, 17 in that round. And I'll be real, it's still malfunctioning, so it could all end next round. Shall we hit a Clay Loon 4? Teto, Kyutaro, Gen, Hina, Monosuke, Mew, Monodam, Leon, Sato, Izuru, Munakata, Toko, Heizo, Boss, Mondo, Junko, Tengen. Yeah, we ain't seen malfunctioning happen in a long time, but you know, that's why it's very, 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 very low odds. In fact, it may have been over a year since we've seen it, but we have seen it again. And all right, let's let's proceed. Wild to me. Next round could be the end of the game, admittedly. We could have 2 of these big old 6 events. It could be the end of the game. Will it be though? Oh, it really might. Kaede uses the power of Geo, summons a rock in the sky, dropping it to the ground, killing Gonta and Mishima. Paimon finds a shotgun. That's really scary to me, actually. That's really scary to me. Raging Fury, grasping his chest, Monokuma's frenzy grows so overpowering that his heart gives out. Fuyuko skates all through the arena. I forgot he had that skateboard. And if a frenzy, Amami creeps up on Fuyuko, slaughters him. Monika and Monika are sleeping in their camp for the night. Amami uses the power of Pyro to burn their camp ablaze. Fubuki transformed into an alien so fast, the Tenko was cut to pieces before Kaede's very eyes and she didn't see a thing. And Mukuro finds herself face to face with Amami, shoots her dead with her gun. Just like that, we're down to 5. No samurai woman today. And once again, we kind of have been speed running since the moment that Monosuke was like, you know what? Let's push all these buttons. Whoops. It's our final 5, and we'll check them all out after this final Claire de Lune episode 4. Gonta, Mishima, Monokuma, Fuyuhiko, Monika, Tenko, Amami. Well, I think y'all might need some new saving or some new picks, especially over the last like 2 rounds when things started to go real crazy, like, you know. But I'll let you make those picks, and I'll call them yours. Saving Grace picks. Let's head on up. Who are our final 5? Because at this point, it's hard to tell, ain't it? We still have Paimon with a shotgun. Those are words that I didn't think were going to come out of my mouth today, and here we are. Paimon with a shotgun. We also have Mukuro, who is a sharpshooter. And she still got her samurai sword. Keep her in mind, she still could win this game. Scrolling through, we have Fubuki, who's got the Omnitrix, which is a nice in-game item as well. Could that lead her to victory? She's also got that boombox. Don't count out the boombox, actually. Like, for real, I forgot about that. That could be a game ender as well. As we scroll on, Miss Now is still in here, which is, no, she's not. I just couldn't see the X. Her hair was too red, so I thought that there was no X in there, but there is. Now's dead. She's dead and gone, Himiko, though, is alive. She's got an ancient scepter, she's got a waffle, she's got moon shoes. Will she have a victory? And lastly, we have Kaede. We joked about being Kaede dead earlier, but that ain't the case. She's still alive and she's still kicking. And she's got an Electrovision and a Geovision. She's dual-wielding visions. It's Himiko. It is Kaede. It is Paimon with a shotgun. It is Fubuki and it is Mukuro. All ladies in our final 5. So who do you got? Make your picks first, second, third in the comments below. Make them. Do it. Or else I'll kick you in the shins and I'll laugh at you afterwards. But then I'll help you up and say, nah, I'm just kidding. You're alright. Anyway. Final 5. Who do I have for first, second, third? I gotta pick Kaede because it would be funny. For second, I'm gonna take, Fubuki, because I think she's a joy. And for last, or rather third, I think I actually want to take Paimon with a shotgun. Because it scares me. It really scares me for some reason. Like, I'm kind of just like imagining an unhinged Paimon carrying a shotgun, slowly entering her Joker arc. Do you want to know how I got these scars, Traveler? Let's it's your final 5. Mukuro, Fubuki, Kaede, Paimon with a shotgun, and Himiko are all caught in your final 5, a full final 5. It's perfect to say that we called this being trapped in a crisis of fate. Final 5. Full set of final 5. And given how this game is going, it could end next round. Will it end next round? It does not end next round, but we get very close, and it comes down to just 2. As Mukuro fires her gun at Paimon, but misses. You don't want to fire someone who's got a shotgun. With a flick of her ancient scepter, Himiko turns Mukuro into a sheep, essentially nullifying her chance of victory, and Paimon nullifies Himiko's chance of victory by suffocating her. With an sphere of air around her, but also around Fubuki, they both suffocate from within, and Kaede decides to put Mukuro out of her sheepy misery. That leaves us down to Paimon and Kaede. Outside of any ghostly or zombie-like shenanigans, who is it gonna be after this potentially final, and not only, final, next to final? Hey, it's the terrible turnabout for Himiko, Fubuki, Mukuro. Well, 2 remain. And those 2, one has a shotgun and one has, I don't remember. It's not a Crisis of Fate, actually. I'm supposed to actually ask you just who between these two. Just who will it be? Paimon, Kaede. We joked earlier about Kaede dead, but I think she's trying to prove that she's got a whole lot of life left. Can Kaede somehow, someway overcome the obstacle that is Paimon with a shotgun? Speaking of, that is our other competitor still in. Could Paimon be entering her Joker arc? Holding the shotgun, kind of just twiddling around, like, do you want to know how I got these scars, Traveler? My father was a fisherman, and that's why you found me in the ocean, drowning. Anyway, that's our final 2. I think we're ready to end this one. So between Paimon, Kaede, Kaede, Joker Paimon, final 2, outside of any ghostly shenanigans, outside of any zombies, outside of any revivals, we see that it all ends with Kaede summoning a shield as Paimon loads that shotgun, takes one final shot, but the Geo Shield protects her from Paimon's attack. And Kaede then causes the ground beneath Paimon to cave in. Something hits her back, so she's no longer floating, and she is buried alive. And just like that, the story ends. We can get one last little terrible turnabout though for. Do you want to know how I got these scars, Joker? Not Joker. Looking cool, Traveler. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm having a moment. Paimon's become every sidekick ever. Anyway, we have our winner. Congratulations to her, your winner. For Shuichi, for Heizo, she came through, and it was not just a theory, it's a music theory. She said, haha, these funny jokes, everyone's still mentioning Kaede dead? Nah. I got a whole lot of life, a whole new lease on life. It is Kaede's time, and it is a Kaede day. And just like that, music theory takes the victory. You know what? I don't want to say you never count out Kaede, but she is a Triple Crown champion. You gotta keep her in mind. Kaede, she's never a bad bet. Kaede, for music theory, takes that big W, heads on to the tag team finale. Speaking of, I think you can bring up your little tag team bracket. There they are, music theory, Heizo. We got your boy, Shuichi. We got Kaede, Heizo, Shuichi, Kaede. Music theory. It's not just a theory, it's a music theory. Let's, I gotta scroll down. Monica had 6 KOs, Kaede was 5, a Frenzied Amame with 4, Tinka with 4, Eggman, Paimon, and Kanji with 3, Heizo, Mukuro, and Camilla with 2, everyone else with 1 or less. That is our game. That is all she wrote. 78 competitors, 1 stands tall, and that is Kaede. And welcome to May. This is our first game of May. This is what, May 3rd? Yes, because Ticket to Paradise is the 4th, so this is May 3rd. Speaking of, Ticket to Paradise is tomorrow. Get excited for that. But tonight is Inferno, and it is the last Inferno in 2K23, and it is the last Inferno before Ticket to Paradise. So, Very fitting. Get ready. It's gonna be a fun weekend. I might even see a little bit this weekend. Hey, I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Ticket to Paradise will have some fantastic championship matches. Will Coldest Day finally lose those tag team titles? Will Tamara be able to topple Hina? Will Ryoma be able to overcome the other side in Kaito? Who's gonna be fired? Pai? Dottore? Both? We'll see. Tables championships, tag team championships, Queen versus Samugi. We got so many matches. Naira Open Challenge. It is going to be a spectacle. It is going to be a show, and it is going to be tomorrow. So get excited for it. Ticket to Paradise. Until then, toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thank you for watching.